So my nose doesn't work very well at all, but even every once in a while, when I go shopping or go out somewhere, I will occasionally smell someone who's just really, really off, and they can mess up the entire room. Everyone smells them, and it's not a great time. You really don't want to be that guy. It's not actually that hard to smell good. It's really just a matter of simple hygiene, taking showers, which is why I have this here, body wash. You can use bar soap, whatever you want to do, it doesn't really matter. But I make my own so it doesn't have a label. Just make sure you're actually clean on a daily basis, and this will actually be a major factor in what you smell like overall. And you can use deodorant on top of that. I personally don't actually need deodorant, according to my wife. I don't smell bad after a shower, and I don't sweat very much. I'm very much like an Asian man in that regard. Beyond that, the only thing I really do use on top of just taking a shower, and this is genuinely enough in almost every context, it's really not difficult to smell good as a man. It's a very small thing, but it's for the sake of other people, and it's something that we should prioritize because it matters that other people are going to smell us, whether it be good or bad. But cologne, you don't need to take it very far. A lot of people are like, they're just spraying themselves like nuts. You don't want to do that. A lot of people's noses are way too sensitive, and you're not doing it yourself any favors. There's a such thing as too much, too strong, even with something that smells good, whatever it is. All you really want to do is a quick spritz, maybe twice, maybe, depends on how strong the cologne is, and you're done. If you did more than that, you messed up. But honestly, it makes a big difference that we actually smell good, or at the very least, passable in our everyday lives, because we don't want people smelling some terrible smell everywhere we go just because we didn't bother with hygiene and we didn't bother with something as simple as spraying ourselves once with a bottle of cologne. It's not a huge thing, and it'll make a big difference in how people perceive you, and it'll make a big difference in just how they feel when they're around you, because I think we all know what it's like to be around someone who doesn't smell the greatest. You also want to make sure that your breath actually smells good. That's also very simple in that you just brush your teeth once or twice a day. I used to be terrible about taking care of my teeth as I grew up, but nowadays I do a very good job of taking care of my teeth and taking care of my mouth in general. And if your breath smells bad, just keep track of it and maybe even have something like a mint. If you are taking good care of your teeth, if you are brushing regularly, maybe even use mouthwash, maybe you're doing everything you can for your mouth and your breath still smells bad, that's indicative that you probably have a health problem. That's something that you probably got to work on your diet. You got to figure out something. But obviously I'm not a doctor. I don't know what's going on with you, so that's something that you're going to want to analyze yourself. If your breath is bad, it's usually a bad sign for whatever you're eating, and that's usually going to be a bad sign for whatever your health is. So keep that in mind. And that's my video on smelling good as a man. It's a simple process, but one that's very much worth doing.